Hi, I'm Sterling, and you're learning American English with me. And I told you in the last video where I talked about modal auxiliary verbs, which sounds kind of boring, that I was going to give you a story in context, which is a little more interesting. That's what we're going to do now. We're going to learn in context. Learning in context is really important. Why is learning in context so important? Well, before I go on and explain that, stop me if you don't understand anything at all that I say. If you're watching this on video, put the video on pause, send me a question. Could be a YouTube comment. You can send me a question on the Facebook page. So once again, why is learning in context so important? Because when you hear words, when you hear phrases, and verb forms used in context, used in real applications of expressing a certain thought, this is part of the process that helps you to, what you're doing is you're putting these words into a location in your subconscious mind, and then you're developing a system to be able to go find those words quickly. It's like throwing junk into your basement and into your spare room and remembering where it is. When you know where something is, you can go get it quickly. But if you're not sure, you have to go rummage through your junk and search for it. But the more times you use something and then you put it back in the same place, then of course the faster you'll be able to find it the next time. Anything you store in your subconscious mind can be pulled out immediately by your conscious mind when you have a path to it. So it's a little bit like organized file storage. My dad was like this in his storage system. He rarely, if ever, put away any of his tools, which he used every day. He used them so often that he always remembered where each thing was that he needed. I couldn't find them, but he could, because that was his system. Every time you refer then to a new word, you connect that new word to an idea that you consider in your subconscious thought. And so after you use that word more than once, and you connect it with the idea that it represents, then your brain starts to build a path from the idea to the word. And every time your thought travels over this path, it's like walking on a real world path. It wears the path down. The path gets easier and easier to use, and your mind finds it easier and easier to find the word that it's looking for to represent that idea. I think these things are called neuron paths, and I think that it's been said by those people who study brains, brainologists, or whatever they are. These are actual physical paths that signals follow inside your brain. So with my dad, it was like he built a neuron path between himself and each one of his tools that he used every day. Your tools are words. So when we read and listen to the same words in context, we connect them with the ideas they represent. And what we're really doing here is exercising our brain by building these neuron paths. And then we use them over and over again, so they're really easy to use. It's like walking along a trail over and over. Just using that trail keeps the path clear, and it helps you see where you're going. So if you're ready to build some neuron paths, let's tell a story now in a context, practicing the use of auxiliary verbs that we talked about in the first video, the auxiliary verbs in the English language. Our job here is to make paths, make neuron paths in your brain, clear these paths, and we're going to walk over them again and again And I'm going to tell you a story, my story of trying to buy a house here in Guadalajara. It's not going to be a short story. I hope it's entertaining. It focuses on the use of auxiliary verbs, and I'm ready to go if you're ready to go. But this video already is so long, I'm putting in a third video. So I'll see you in the next video. If you don't make it there, don't forget to subscribe right now, because I'm going to create a lot more material like this. I'll see you all in the next video again. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.